Hi everyone! It is the end of September as I film this, the last week of September, almost October. In the past 2 weeks, I don't know about you, but in the past 2 weeks I have finally started to have, I don't want to say I've had more energy, but I have had more focus. My ideas have become sharper and clearer again. It's like the heat, the oppressive heat of the summer has finally started to lift. Although we did have a few days about a week ago that were hot, so it was still a fairly oppressive heat. But it was like, it may be hard to understand, but there is a sort of oppression that happens in the summer. I don't want to do, I've got all this stuff to do outside, and I don't really, I'm too busy to think about being creative, and it can be hard to get in touch with my intuitive abilities unless I'm outside and just kind of working on something that can just let me float off mentally, I guess, and get in that nice meditative state. But anyway, I feel the energy's kind of starting to lighten, and it's really nice. We've had a few planets go direct in August and September. That's really helped. I think a lot that were retrograde. We had a month or so, if not more, over the summer in which we had a lot of retrograde planets, and that just kind of went crazy. We have a full moon. Well, I mean, when I'm recording this, it doesn't matter. We've had a full moon, and it is really just this general lightening of energies, and I've gotten more just spur of the moment guidance from my guides. It's like the channels have cleared up. Like there was a lot of interference before. I've not had as many problems meditating. So I hope that you've been having the same sense of the lightening of energies. So as we're moving into October, October is always my favorite month. I love it. So I'm really looking forward to it. I always get a lot of creativity, a lot of creative juices flowing. I always want to nest, so I always want to clean, purge, and then also settle in, make things comfortable, curl up in lots of blankets, have tea and coffee. And it's kind of a turning within that happens, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So this month, for October, the oracle that stood out to me as giving us the message we need to know, the energy report, for the energy preview for October, the overall overview, yeah, is the Spirit of the Wheel meditation deck. So we are gonna see what the universe has to tell us about what we can expect from October. It's subtle today. I don't have any one card standing out to me and speaking very loudly, but it was very clear that this is the deck that we need. Which makes me think maybe the energies are going to be kind of subtle this month. Nothing crazy. Okay, so the card that finally came out above all the others is Growth, Spirit Path of the South. Let's see if we can get that shot there. Which the keywords are opportunity, acceptance, and gateway. Gateway. That's a popular one that comes up for me a lot when I do runes. When I draw runes, there is a stone that means gateway, and it is completely eluding me now. Its actual name, because I always remember it as gateway. Growth for this month. Let's see what the book written about these meditations has to say. The book right up here warns of, or mentions, coming out of fear, dealing with our fears, and beginning the process of recognizing our own self-worth, which, if you remember, if you've been watching my energy reports for the past few months, those were not the exact same words, but very similar in finding our own self-worth, but gaining recognition, although that was couched in terms of recognition from others, but there is also that recognition within ourselves that we are worthy. And so here, the message is to not let our fears hold us back, and to focus on growth and really improving ourselves, which again is, I know that comes up all the time, right? We are here on this planet to always be working on improving ourselves. Of course, we are enough. We are always enough. We are exactly where we are meant to be at any point in time. We are fulfilling our purpose in every moment. We came to be embodied. Our souls came to be embodied on this earth. And in every moment we are fulfilling our purpose. We are exactly where we need to be. I've mentioned this before in various places, so I don't even know if it's been on one of these videos. What I have learned from some books, and what feels to me to be completely true, is that we come to this planet or in any embodiment to learn lessons, but we have multiple options. There's not just one path that can lead us to our lessons, to our learning. So we may come into a life with a plan and what we want to learn, what we want to work on. And we plan this before we are born, but there are certain key points in our lives where we have opportunities. They're, the big moments where we are faced with choices that can take us in different directions. We are faced with choices in our lives, and we can take any route. And sometimes there is no failure in the larger sense. We are always learning something. So from the soul's perspective and the universe's perspective, we are constantly learning, constantly growing, always. We tend to forget when we're embodied. We forget our connection with spirit. That's one of the deals we make when we incarnate on earth. It doesn't happen in other incarnations and other places necessarily, but on earth, that's part of the deal. We know that fully going in, that we are automatically started off usually losing that connection, or that we lose it as we get older. The focus this month is on growth, and again, we're always learning, but we're not always growing. So what we need to do this month is get over that fear. If we have any little vestiges still, which we probably do still have vestiges of fear hanging out, because it's pretty common in humanity to have fear, and it doesn't help as we're constantly connected via the internet and news sources. Fear sells. People love to be terrified, especially in October, right? You get into Halloween, people love to be terrified, and they we deny it, but it's true. It helps us feel more alive. But at the same time, sometimes we let fear hold us back. Not instead of thrilling us, we let it hold us back. Sometimes, people use fear to keep us in our places. Fear of failure, right? Don't let that happen. The focus on growth. You're always learning, but you're not necessarily always growing. And so the focus this month, pick something that you really want to grow into. Find something about yourself that you want to enhance, some aspect of yourself that you want to be growing in, whether it's a skill or just education, growing your mind, something along those lines. Anything you want, anything that will help you to feel that you are growing. That is really the focus. Accept yourself as you are, accept your limitations, but then when you find those limitations, accept them, embrace them, but then say, okay, does this have to be a limitation? And you can grow. You can grow there. You can choose to see a limitation and say, okay, I see you, but let's see if we can make you smaller, make you a smaller limitation. There's opportunity this month. You have to recognize that opportunity in growing yourself. Again, it's a time for me. I know this is a good time of year to start turning inward. Really look at yourself and see what it is you want to grow. And that will open the gateway for you. Of course, October 31st, Halloween, Samhain, the gateway is the thinnest between the physical and the spiritual. That's one of the times of year when it is so thin, and we are being led through the inexorable change of the seasons and the procession of time as we know it. We approach this every year, but it's a wonderful time to start really communing with spirit. So my guides are telling me this is a wonderful month for spiritual growth especially. And that doesn't mean that you can't use it for other growth. If you want to take a course, that's fine. You're going to grow your mind, your intellect. it all comes down to spiritual growth, spiritual learning and spiritual growth. They're just reinforcing the feelings for me. So there's nothing else to add there. So let's turn to the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards and see what can really help us to heal perhaps some of that fear that's locked inside that may keep us from growing the way we want. So let's look at the Archangel cards to see what we can heal, what will help us heal that fear and to move onward toward growth. Fairly singing to me, it feels like. I mean, not really singing, I don't hear it, but my hands are humming. They buzz when I'm using oracles. My hands buzz. That's the energy that I feel that leads me to that helps guide me to which card or rune that I'm going to choose. It's like they're excited. They're just yay. Like it's hard to explain. It's just an overwhelming sense of yay, this is wonderful. Yay, pick me, pick me. Which makes me think that here, just about anything can help us. Whatever really will help you get over fear. Whatever works for you. Oh, okay. Again, we have massage. Same as last month. So again here, I think I'm being told there's nothing new to add. So massage, just like last month. Self-massage, professional massage, whatever you like. Whatever works for you. Relax. Use it to relax. Get out of your head. Get back into your body. Get grounded in your body. Because sometimes we get way up here. We get stuck in our heads maybe. But you need to be in your full body. Embodied. Feel your soul fully in your body. Because so often we get stuck in our heads. And we use that as a distraction from the wisdom of our bodies. If you know about chakras, I'm being shown the chakras. There are lots of systems in the world that teach you that aches in certain parts of your body, they don't necessarily have a physical cause, but they are reflecting a spiritual issue. Fear, by the way, if you have a lot of fear, it's in that first chakra. If you feel a lot of fear, get grounded. So grounding, you can walk barefoot on the earth, sit under a tree, lean against a tree, anything. Lots of people use lots of things for grounding. Massage is excellent because, again, it pulls you back into your body. We're talking about the lowest chakra, the root chakra. So this is not the lowest. It's the one concerned with your physical body. And if you are in fear, it affects your body. Of course, when you work on clearing the energy of a certain chakra, it affects all your chakras. If one part of your body is out of whack, any part of your health is out of whack, your whole body feels it. You may not realize it, but your whole body is affected by it because there are, chemicals that get released and everything, and they affect your whole body, not just the part of your body that is injured or catching your attention. And so massage can help us release those tensions, get us back into our bodies, fully into our bodies, to find where that fear, I don't want to say where that fear resides, but just grounding really has a tremendous effect on getting rid of fear. And I honestly can't explain this. There's research out there that does it, but I know this from experience. I practice grounding anytime I'm going to do a reading for anyone. Sometimes I forget in my daily life. Things get busy. I forget to do it in general. But before I do a reading for anyone, before I do these readings, these energy readings, I ground. I open up to both Earth and the universe so that I'm getting the higher level and the lower level. But we live on this earth. We chose to incarnate on this earth. I know this is kind of a rambling month, isn't it? We chose to incarnate on this earth. And Earth is called Mother Earth by a lot of people because it's our sustainer. And living on this earth, our physical forms have a great, tremendous connection to this planet and to the energies of it. We feel the energies of it, whether we realize it or not. And so grounding is tremendously helpful. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. It helps you get rid of your fear. It helps you face your fear. It helps you realize what it is really that you're afraid of that's holding you back. So get massage if you need it. Give yourself a massage, get a massage, whatever. Do this. It brings you back into your body. It brings you back into the pleasures of your body. It brings you back into pleasure and away from that fear. It helps dispel that fear. And only when we dispel that fear can we really start to grow, because it's usually our fear that holds us back from growth. Yes, it's usually our fear that holds us back from growth, not anything else. It's only our fear that holds us back. So let's look at the prayers that are offered for both of these cards. And I want to offer them both separately and then offer a combined prayer so that you can use one, two, or all three, whatever works best for you. So the prayer that's offered by the creators of the Spirit of the Wheel meditation deck for growth is, as I stand at the gateway to a new phase of my life, please help me, Creator, to recognize and nurture my talents, to move beyond any ego attachments to the place of solitude that comes from accepting my own true self-worth. And that brings up a couple of other things that need to be pointed out. Fear is usually related to ego. We're afraid of looking foolish. We're afraid of what others will think. That's all our ego. That voice of fear is all ego. So that voice that whispers, the little devil that whispers in your ear, it's all ego. It's not spirit. When you can get past that, you can start to hear the voice of spirit, because the voice of spirit is that little angel. It whispers, it nudges, it influences, but it's always positive, always loving, always focused on your growth, always has your highest good in mind. The ego always has it says it has your best in mind, but really it's a place of fear. That little part that whispers in there, don't do this, you might look foolish, don't do this, somebody else will think less of you. In the long run, does it matter if they think less of you? I mean, really? I've gotten a lot of messages like that this week. I've listened to several podcasts from my mentor, Slade Robertson, from all over this past 10 months or so. And that has been the theme that has come up. It's always interesting seeing how these messages come to you multiple ways. So clearly it's a lesson for me as well. It is a lesson for me. But that doesn't mean it's any less a lesson for you. And the prayer that comes along with the massage card is, Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me know that I deserve to receive massages and other self-care treatments. So using the spirit of both of these two prayers, we can create a third prayer. It says, Creator, Mother, Father, God, Archangel Raphael, please help me to remember that I deserve massage and self-treatment, that I need it to feel grounded, to overcome my fear, and to grow into my highest potential, the potential that I and you always bear in mind. Help me to hear the voice of spirit over the voice of ego and the voice of fear, so that as I stand at this gateway into my new life, I can fully embrace every opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you.